Écoutez, on vient de terminer notre mission commerciale ici en Chine. Notre mission commerciale était focalisée sur les services financiers. Ça fait partie de mettre en action la vision qui a été mise de l'avant par le premier ministre Carney lors de sa visite et la rencontre qu'il a eue avec le président Xi. Je dois dire qu'on a eu des conversations constructives, des conversations sérieuses pour justement mettre en place cette vision-là de doubler ou d'augmenter de 50% d'ici à 2030 les exportations canadiennes vers la Chine. Comme je dis souvent, si on veut augmenter nos exportations, on doit évidemment être présent dans le marché. Et les services financiers, c'est une des façons de faciliter le commerce également des marchandises. Donc, je vous dirais une bonne visite avec beaucoup aussi de nos collègues du secteur financier. On avait le PDG de Sun Life, de Manulife, des représentants des grandes banques canadiennes. Et je pense que si vous leur parlez, vous allez voir que c'est un point tournant dans leur positionnement sur le marché chinois. Beaucoup d'entre eux sont déjà présents ici depuis certains des décennies, voire dans certains cas quasiment un siècle. Alors, le Canada a beaucoup à offrir en termes d'expérience, d'expertise en matière de services financiers, en matière de gestion des placements, en matière de gestion des fonds de pension. Alors, la rencontre que j'ai eue avec le vice-premier ministre, je vous dirais, a été très bonne aussi. Je pense qu'il voit l'intérêt de continuer de s'engager de façon constructive avec le Canada. Et c'est justement ce qu'on voulait, c'est l'objectif qu'on voulait atteindre, c'est de poursuivre le dialogue qui avait été entamé par le Premier ministre Carney. So we just finished our mission here in Beijing. It's 8 o'clock, very full 2 days. This was really, our trade mission was really focused on financial services. This is really putting the vision of Prime Minister Carney in action. You remember when Prime Minister Carney came here in Beijing and met President Xi Jinping, he set the goal to increase our export by 50% by 2030. Financial services are a key enabler to increase our trade with China. We were joined in this mission. I was joined by the Governor of the Bank of Canada, the Superintendent of Financial Institutions, CEOs of Manulife, Sun Life, and representative of many of the banks in Canada. I think if you speak to them, they would tell you this was a turning point. Most of them have already been operating in the Chinese market, some of them for decades, some of them for over a century. But what they would tell you is that the discussions we had, the meeting I had with Vice Premier He, and the discussion I had also with the Minister of Finance, this is all going to be very useful for them to increase their activities here in China. I think the Chinese understand that Canada has a lot to offer when it comes to experience and expertise in the financial sectors, in wealth management, in pension management. So I think this is really putting the vision in action that has been set by the Prime Minister. So this is going to be part of the engagement that we're going to have. I expect also the Vice Premier to come visit Canada as part of this new dialogue that we have started. So this was a very fruitful mission. And with that, I'll stop here and I'll just turn over to you and happy to take your question. Merci.
Thank you. We will now start the question and answer period. We have 15 minutes today, so we will keep one question per person. Please identify yourself and your outlet. Feel free to ask the question in the official language of your choice. Merci, Monsieur le ministre. Nous allons maintenant passer à la période de questions et réponses. Comme nous avons 15 minutes, ce sera une seule question par personne. S'il vous plaît, vous identifier ainsi que votre média affilié. Vous pouvez poser la question dans la langue officielle de votre choix. Nous allons donc commencer avec Rahim. Over to you, Rahim.
Go ahead, Rahim. We cannot hear you. Might be on mute.
Yeah. You will need to unmute yourself.
Hello, Minister Champagne. Happy Good Friday. Hope you're well.
Yeah, thank you very much. I know it's early for you, but it's late for me.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Raheem Ahmed, National Post. During your visit to China, have you at all discussed the issue of forced labor or more broadly human rights related issues?
We did speak about supply chain integrity. That was a core message that I conveyed to a lot on supply chain and that are trade to I made very clear to different counterparts that we met during our visit. Olivier, on vous entend pas.
Oui, m'entendez-vous maintenant?
Oui, on vous entend. Allez-y.
Bonjour, M. Champagne.
Ben, c'est ça. Merci d'abord pour votre question. C'est sûr que dans le contexte des discussions que j'ai eues avec nos homologues chinois, le contexte géopolitique, géoéconomique mondial a fait partie de nos discussions. Comme souvent, la vitesse à laquelle le monde change, autant au niveau de la rapidité et de l'étendue des changements, c'est un peu sans précédent. Si le monde était incertain en 2025, je disais souvent en 2026, il est devenu volatile et complexe. Donc oui, on a exploré certains enjeux, l'impact, par exemple, sur le marché du pétrole et du gaz, mais aussi
Yesterday, you may have seen Pierre Poilievre saying the Conservatives want to see the government get rid of taxes on gasoline for the remainder of the year, just citing the conflict of Iran and the issues in the Strait of Hormuz. We've previously seen the Liberal government bring on a tax holiday when affordability was challenged. I was looking at the prepaid meals, restaurant, and liquor tax holiday last year. Is doing a bit of a tax holiday for gas something the government is open to at this point, just given the price shocks we're seeing and the broader affordability challenges across Canada?
Well, thank you for your question. As you know, we've done a lot on affordability. It's always top of mind. I mean, we've done that on the grocery side. We've done that with respect to early learning and childcare. We've done that with a number of benefits that we have provided to Canadians because the point was about kind of providing them a boost and a bridge until circumstances and the growth that we expect in the Canadian economy would materialize. We're monitoring the situation very carefully. You know, we had a G7 call with Finance Minister, Energy Minister, the International Monetary Fund, the World Bank, the International Energy Agency, and the OECD. And honestly, it is a very volatile and fast-changing set of circumstances. Everyone is looking at what would be the duration of the conflict in the Middle East, what would be the impact on the primary prices with respect to diesel, jet fuel, home heating oil, and obviously gasoline. So we're monitoring, I would say at this particular point of time, what we're doing is monitoring the situation across the country, looking at the refining capacity that we're seeing and the prices associated with that, and also consulting with our other G7 partner because like I said, this is a very complex set of circumstances. It's fast changing, but certainly we are very mindful of the impact on Canadians, and we will continue to monitor the situation for now and see how much of what we see on the global market is going to be reflected and to which extent in the Canadian price of gasoline.
Thank you. I think this will be the last question from Benjamin. Please unmute yourself.
Hi, Minister. Thanks very much for your time today. Just a very quick question. Has the Chinese government given you any indication about the status of the pork tariffs and whether those will come down anytime soon, the retaliatory tariffs on Canadian pork?
Well, that's a very good question. I did raise pork very specifically in the discussion. Listen, the dialogue that we have provided and the framework that has been established is basically like a clearinghouse for issues that arise in the trading relationship. Our trading relationship is around 120 billion. If you look at the size of the Canadian economy and the size of the Chinese economy, it should be much higher than that. That's why Prime Minister Carney said we want to boost our export by 50% by 2030. And part of my message to the Chinese side was really we need to get to a point where we remove these trade irritants that exist between Canada and China, and so that we can look at also the broader vision that has been put forward and say, let's focus on the trading aspect and increasing our trade when our interests align. And therefore, I think this is a message that I made very loud and clear to the Chinese. Like I said, if you want to diversify and if you want to do that seriously,